Hello, hey, it's Monday. I'm Joe, and you're watching FTMKingdom, and this week the topic is medical transition. General thoughts on medical transition, and then our own sort of, feelings on it, and whether it's something we want. Whether it's something we want or not. So yeah, I made notes again this week because I'm just efficient like that. And here are my notes. Right. My thoughts about medical transition in general, obviously, hopefully everyone agrees that it's not for everyone. It doesn't have to be for everyone. If you are able to get on with your life and identify however you identify and, do that within your body in its current state, gosh, you're lucky. By Jove. Shoot. You're a very lucky human. Please don't let anybody make you feel like that's not okay and for example, don't let anyone tell you that you can't identify as male and continue to have a high voice and have boobs and for that to be a problem. Fuck them. You can identify as male and look and sound like whatever the fuck you want. It's up to you whether you can handle people responding to you in certain ways. Because, if you have a group of people around you who will call you the right pronouns and stuff and respect you as male, even though you haven't had any kind of, masculinizing stuff, then, and if you feel okay in your body identifying as male and having the body you're born with, then, don't let anybody make you feel like that's not okay. That's just a really important thing. That's part of the whole trans enough thing, If you're not wanting medical transition, not being sure about medical transition, not being ready for medical transition, none of those things make you not trans. That's bullshit, and don't listen to anyone who tells you things like that. So that's my thoughts on medical transition in general. It can be really wonderful, and it can make people's lives worth living. It can make people capable of living and being happy and okay. So it's an incredible, wonderful thing for some people, not for everybody. For myself personally, I do sort of view being trans in terms of myself as a medical thing, as a medical condition, in that it's a state of being that requires medical attention for me personally. I spent a long time, obviously, as one should, thinking about whether and what kind of medical transition I might want, and for me it came down to, I asked myself what I refer to as the desert island question, which is, obviously sorry, I'm just going to move this so that it's staying still, because at the moment it's like rocking about, and that's just really annoying for everyone involved. So yeah, desert island question. So basically, I know what I want. I know that I want to be on T and I want top surgery. I asked myself if I were to kind of separate my own relationship with my body to everybody else's view of my body. I asked myself, if I were on a desert island and I was going to live on an island for the rest of my life and nobody else was going to be anywhere near me, aside from the fact that would be awful because I like people a lot, would I want testosterone? Would I want top surgery? For me, I feel like, it's a flawed, thing, because you never know really what you would feel in certain situations, but for me, I reckon, I feel like I would absolutely still want top surgery. For me, top surgery is less about other people and more, it's a very immediate bodily experience for me, not wanting to have this chest, and never having wanted it. So that's an absolute, yes, even on the desert island, I would need top surgery. With testosterone, I think on the desert island I would want testosterone, but I wouldn't necessarily require testosterone. And here's another sort of division. There's a division between things that are important to you in terms of other people and things that are important to you in terms of yourself, and then there's the difference between wanting and needing. On the desert island, I would want to, I don't even know if this is making sense. Let me know if it makes no sense, I'll try to clarify. On the desert island, I would need top surgery, and in life as it is, I need top surgery. On the desert island, I would want T but not need it. In life as it actually is, I both want T and need it, because I want it as in it's like something I'm really excited about, and it will make my body like the optimum, not the optimum, but like much closer to my absolute ideal of what my body would be like. And also, it will be very important for me in terms of being able to function and have confidence in terms of my social interactions and social functioning. It will be, you know, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that part of my reason for wanting to go on tea is to do with other people. I also really want it for myself, but in terms of needing it, if it weren't for society, I could probably cope without it, but I'd be less happy, but I'd get by, whereas I don't think I would even get by out of society with my chest. Does this make sense? I don't know, I made notes and everything and it still doesn't make sense, I'm sorry. Anyway, that was a question I asked myself. I obviously also, I obviously also talked an awful lot. I talked with myself about this. I wrote out a lot of my kind of like thoughts and stuff as I was figuring things out. I talked to my loved ones, I talked to my therapist, and kind of went through all of these things and thought about it for a long time. And my upshot is, at the moment, I really, really want top surgery. I really, really want tea, and you know, while top surgery is a priority for me and is more important to me, it's also something that I have no access to right now. So, whereas I do have access to tea soon, pray. And also I think on the whole it's best to go on testosterone first. If you're planning on doing both, it's best to go on tea first. For me, because then I'm lazy and I'd rather be building muscle, building pecs with the aid of tea. And I think it's helpful to have pecs before your surgery, even if it's only then and then you lose them afterwards, just in terms of the surgeon being able to see where the muscle curve is for nipple placement, because I'm just like really vain and care about stupid shit like nipple placement. Anyway, so yeah, so my number one priority is top surgery. I also want tea. Bottom surgery is a difficult question for me. I don't really know. I really hope, this might sound odd, but I really hope that I don't want bottom surgery later on in my transition. I think it's going to be quite difficult to tell at this point whether it's something I'm going to want eventually or not. I think once I'm on testosterone I'll have a better idea of whether I'm going to want it or not, and then once I've had top surgery, my deepest hope is that once I've been on tea and once I've had top surgery, I'll feel done and I'll be like, okay, this is fine, I'm happy with everything now. That is I hope to God that happens. I know for some people, bottom dysphoria increases after tea and after surgery, and that might happen. That would be unfortunate. If that does happen, I'd probably say I would want a meta, but we can talk about that more in bottom surgery week. Okay, upshot. The upshot is, please don't rush. Please do not rush this decision. Do not start tea or, good God, have surgery unless you are really, really sure, like as sure as you can possibly be. Obviously, everyone's different. Some people do become very, very sure about decisions. Some people are never 100% sure, but they still, make decisions that they don't regret. You just have to gauge what your most sure point is for you. For me, I'm the kind of person where I will not make a big decision unless I can envision the worst case scenario and I know how I could cope with that, and I know that I would be okay if that happened. And I'm down with that for tea and for surgery. I mean, surgery, I cannot imagine a world where I would regret top surgery. And to be honest, I can't really imagine a world where I would regret tea either, but if there were like changes that I didn't like, and stuff, you can stop tea. You can stop tea if you want to. But yeah. Or you can pause tea. You can pause if you're just like, oh, this is a bit much at the moment. That doesn't mean that you should just fly into it willy-nilly. It's a huge decision. Some things are irreversible. What I'm saying is, take your time, brother. Take your time. Okay. I think this is terrible and I might re-record it. But in case I don't, thank you for watching. Be good. Stay cool. Bye.